Purpose of this hearing is to determine whether the complaint should be dismissed, whether by clear or convincing evidence it can be proven that the respondent has engaged in conduct unbecoming a member of the House, which is detrimental to the integrity of the House as a legislative body, and whether there is good cause shown to recommend to the House the expulsion of the respondent from the House of Representatives. We've been diligent in our examination of, during our preliminary investigation, and then the vote which brought us to this point here of having public hearings, finding that there was probable cause that misconduct may have occurred, and that is the purpose of this hearing, as I just said.
Speaker Becky, I have one question for you. Were you aware of other complaints that had been made or concerns raised about Representative von Ehlinger's behavior?
Yes, I was. These were complaints that were elevated through the process, the respectful workplace process, and I was made aware of them. And thought at the time that they were, or I spoke directly with those involved, and they said that the issue had been handled, and that if anything else occurred, that we would advance them at that point.
And since this complaint became public, were you aware of other concerns that came to light?
We were, as soon as, as the four of us brought the complaint, we at that point compared notes, and we heard of other allegations of conduct, advances towards staff members and other members of the public that work in the building.
Did you consider this dinner a date?
I suppose. I mean, yes. I mean, yeah.
Who drove to the date? Did you each have your own cars?
No, I drove.
What car were you driving that evening?
A BMW.
And after dinner, did you go back to your apartment?
I'm going to object and instruct my client not to answer that question pursuant to his rights under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Is this a transcript of the conversation you had with the committee after the complaint was made on April 12th at 4 p.m.?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you recall that conversation being recorded?
Yes.
Can you summarize the content of this transcript for me?
I'm going to object to that. I mean, we have the transcript. I don't know why Representative von Ehlinger needs to summarize a document that we all have in front of us.
On page 3 of that transcript, do you see where you stated that we agreed to go to dinner on the night of March 9th?
Yes.
During that conversation, did you admit that she performed oral sex on you?
Yes.
Representative von Ehlinger, have you dated anyone else during the special session or regular session?
Yes.
Who?
A former security guard
Where did you meet her?
in this building.
Was she a state employee?
Not to my knowledge. I believe a contract individual.
Was she contracted by the state?
I'm not sure.
How many dates did you go on with this individual?
2.
Did you have sex?
Yes.
Are you two still in contact?
No.
Did you continue to have contact with her after you had sexual intercourse?
Yes.
Do you believe that legislators are held to a higher standard than the general public?
Yes.
And what is that standard?
Well, that representatives should be extra careful in following the law, and that that's pretty much all. I think representatives just have a duty to do the best job they can for their constituents.
Representative Von Ehlinger, you just discussed, or I should say in your conversation with Ms. Hayes just now, you mentioned some discussions that were in training where I believe Ms. Hayes put it, it's not a good idea to date or, within the house, the building. Now, are you aware of any official rule in that regard?
No, to my knowledge, there is no official rule regarding that.
And there was a discussion regarding hugging. Are you aware of any official rule which prohibits hugging?
No official rule.
Thank you. You also talked about your discussion with Representative Holtzclaw, and I believe what you stated was that Representative Holtzclaw had told you to be careful. Is that correct?
That is correct.
In the context of that discussion, did Representative Holtzclaw ever mention to you any specific law, policy, or rule that he thought that you had violated or were at risk of violating?
No, he simply gave me his opinion.
The discussion about standards and lines, would it be correct to say that none of your testimony just now referenced any law, policy, or rule?
That is correct, yes.
Thank you. And there is no official rule about legislators having interactions with, or I should say consensual interactions with employees, staff, or other people who come to this body. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you. That's all I have.